Greetings. Okay, I know I said I was gonna make a video concerning all these things that been coming to me lately. I've been picking up my Bible, reading different stuff, and it's just so much. So let's just start first with Gaza. Like I said in my last post about that name sounded real familiar. But then when I did my research, I knew I had read about Gaza in the Bible several times. And the name Gaza represents strong. And we all know it's a war going on in Gaza. And Gaza is actually the city where the story of Samson and Delilah took place, and it's the place where Samson died. And it's also it was several books in the Bible that speaks of Gaza. And we had the books of Judges where the story of Samson and Delilah take place. And also prophets spoke about Gaza and all the bad things that was going to take place in Gaza. We had Amos, Jeremiah, Zephaniah, and Zechariah. All those was prophets, and they spoke about Gaza and the things that God was going to do in the city of Gaza. And like I said, it's a place where judgment took place, and to me still taking place. And it's like no matter how much people try to calm this war down, it's not working. It's not working at all. But the crazy part about it is the United States and Germany supplied Gaza with 99% of their weapons to kill. But now everybody is trying to fall back from being in this spot of I don't want to have nothing to do with this war. This war should stop, but you supplied these people with the equipment to kill each other. And boy, what do y'all think is going to happen to those people when judgment time comes? It's sad. And they keep saying it's a violation of the law. And everybody want to play their parts of get me out of this. They trying to represent themselves to man and clean their hands up in front of man, and that's not who you need to clean your hands up for. It's God that's got the last say so. It's God that's going to judge you for all the things you've done while you're trying to talk to man about, I don't want no parts of this now, and I didn't have anything to do with it, but God knows the truth. And so we're so stuck right now into different things that's going on here in the United States and not even realizing that over there is a real war and a serious war. And it's like no stopping. Nobody, no matter what nobody tried to tell these people, they're not listening. They're not listening. But we're over here focusing on an eclipse that's got everybody so terrified for some reason. And I'm not understanding, because it's an eclipse. We have eclipses. They have happened. But for some reason this year, everybody is in a panic. Why are you in a panic? Well, a lot of people has put out there that it's the end of the world. Oh, the world gonna end when the eclipse come. Really? The world is not going to end when the eclipse comes, simply because the Bible tells you that no man will know the day of the end, nor the hour, not even Jesus. And it says this in the Bible. So what makes you think that we going to know the end if Jesus don't know the end? And that's the one that's got to come back. So, just don't understand. Now, when the lightning struck the Statue of Liberty, that was something real to me. Now, if you're going to pay attention to signs, you need to pay attention to that sign. It struck the torch of the Statue of Liberty. If anybody know what a torch represents, then that should have been a sign for you saying, hey, this is God speaking, because God comes in the form of fire. If you think back with Moses, he spoke to Moses through the fire of a burning bush. When Moses led his people out of Egypt, God led them at night in a pillar of fire. So that represents, to me, when the lightning struck that torch, is to get your house in order. Let your light shine. We as Christians are not doing that. It's like we're hiding in corners. We scared to speak up for God. I'm not, because I don't care who you are and what you're talking about. God is going to be in the midst of my conversation. So we're all supposed to speak up on behalf of God as a Christian. That's what we're supposed to do. And like I said, that lightning striking that torch, let your light shine. That's God coming down speaking right there. And then you have the earthquake, which he has spoken about earthquakes so many times. That's to let you know that you don't have a grip on anything. He can shake anything out of its place. Nothing is promised to stay in place. Not by the hands of God. And we are here on earth thinking we have so much power, and we make this tick and we make that tick, and then, oh, we did this and we did that. We didn't do anything. That was the power of God. And a lot of people always want to pat themselves on the back as if they made something happen. And oh, they did this. No, that's the power of God. And he's been representing himself constantly if we just pay attention to the sign. But we so busy in our lives during the day, our ears are stopped up. We're not catching the signs that he's putting out there. And how do you think you're going to make it if you're not paying attention? Now, the coronavirus came, scared a lot of people, humbled the world. People couldn't get jobs. They couldn't get jobs at certain places because you had a lot of stuff going on where, oh, you're not qualified. Oh, you have this on your record. Oh, this and that. Nose up in the air and wouldn't hire certain people. But then when the virus hit, guess what? Those same people that you blocked out of your businesses is the same ones that's got it running now, that came and stood in them spots where your best workers ran off when the virus came. Those ones that you wouldn't hire is the ones got the jobs now. Came right on in there and did it, doing it good. But you had to get humbled with this virus because you start losing money. Everybody bankroll dropped. So now it's like, oh, hire whoever in now. I need my bankroll back up to where it used to be. And that's another problem. Lovers of money. This world is going down the drain because people love money. It's sad because I look at houses, apartments, gone sky high. Do you not know what God is going to do to you because you are oppressing his people? You jacking the rent sky high. People can't pay it. Jobs not paying any extra. And they can't keep up. But you steady raising it and you kicking folks out because you can't get all this money that you want out of them. And it's sad, but whoa, that word whoa, serious in the Bible. And God means business when he say whoa. And he says whoa about oppressing his people. And that's exactly what's going on. You got houses built in 1948 and 1950, old houses that been here forever, and you go in and put a little paint of linoleum on the floor and cabinets in the kitchen, just change the face of the cabinet, and you skyrocket the rent. 7, 8, 9, 1,200. Really? And then you expect the people to pay this for this old house that electrical problems still exist. Foundation still shifting. And you still want more. You still want more. Apartments. Y'all ain't even bringing up to park. Oh, because, I heard over there, jack their rent up to such and such. So I'm going to jack my rent up. Oh, I heard they renting their houses for this much. So I'm going to rent mine for that much. Go ahead. Jump right off that cliff with that next person, because all of y'all are going to burn in hell. And yes, I did say it. You're going to burn in hell because you are oppressing people. You are oppressing God's people. Me, I got a house. If I ever move out my house and rent it out, I could not charge nobody that kind of money. I would charge them just what I paid. And I would not, just because I see somebody else doing it and how much money they collecting and they bankroll getting. No, I'm not joining in with them, because I'm not jumping off that cliff to go straight to hell. That's crazy. It's crazy. Then your food prices, jack sky high. Sky high. Oh my God. Eggs, $3-5 a carton. That was the tip of the iceberg right there. Somebody said, okay, let me just try this and see how many fools go out and buy these eggs. And the people went and bought them. And it wasn't because they was food, it was because they needed it. Then you started that. Somebody else joined in. And until everything went sky high in the grocery store. People don't have that kind of money. And they struggling to buy food to keep on their table for their family. But you don't care, because guess what? Your bankroll is getting bigger. We're not in a state of where people is just really needing money. Not these companies. They're not needing money. They're doing it because they want to. They're money gouging. Same thing with the power company. Guess what? I'm the only power company. Pay it or your lights get turned off. I don't care. You're going to come up with that money because you don't want to sit in the dark. Selfish, dirty, low down, gonna burn in hell. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, nobody have a care in the world about anybody. This is a me world. Selfish. Everybody has become so selfish, and it's sad. But when judgment day come, and I just can't get on the ones that's out here stripping folks of their money in that sense, I got to get on the ones that's using too. You use folks for money. You got those that just, I'm going to take my money and I'm going to go spend it on what I like to do. But then when I get broke, I need to borrow some money from you. Can you cash out me this? Can you give me this? I need to borrow some money. I'll pay it back. And then you get it and you don't pay it back. And then you don't even call that person and say, hey, I know I owe you. I'll get you back. I'm working on it. I got some things going. I'm going to pay you back. Don't even have consideration to say that. Or then you got those that just get it. Give me some money. Let me get some money. And you give them some money. I need such and such. Okay. And you give it to them. They don't even tell you they're going to pay you back. They don't even try to pay you back. And then you see them again. They got their own money. And they out there doing what they like to do with it. And it's like, forget what you did. I don't care. I got what I needed from you. And I'm good now. Friendships got cut off because, a person borrowed so much money. And then they have to run from that friend because they don't want to pay it back. So you rather lose a friendship than pay somebody back, or either make small payments. Show them you trying something. But it's a me world. It's a me world. And then with the borrowing money or asking for money, people never ask what that person got going on. Are you struggling? Are you having a hard time? Because I know, God knows my heart. I have given to so many people without a job. When I wasn't working, I still lent, still gave. Never told them I wasn't working. But guess what? Did they ask? No, they didn't ask. They didn't care. Me. It's all about me. It's what I need, what I want for myself. I don't care what you got going on. Give me me. And it's sad because you're taking food out of somebody else's house, but you don't have a care in the world. So you right in that same boat with those big companies that's money gouging. You're going to jump right off that cliff, right along with them for the wrong that you're doing too. you're going to join right in with them. I don't understand why people are so selfish, but it's sad. But I'm here to tell you, God ain't pleased. And when he start working, whoa, that's the word. I feel sorry for everybody. I really do. Because you got time to change right now. There's no reason to be selfish and money hungry. There's no reason. You're just doing it because of the pleasure of you, what you like to do. And forget everybody else. Like I said, it has turned into a me world. But Jesus said at Judgment Day, when he mentioned, have you done this for that person? Did you get this person food? Did you get this person water? Did you offer clothes? Did you offer shelter? Any of these things. What are you going to say? No, I took. I didn't offer, I took. Part from me, I do not know you. To hell you go. I mean, this ain't no joke, but everybody just, woo, everybody playing around with it, y'all. They playing around with it, but this is a serious thing, and it's been weighing heavy on me, and United States has been so blessed. We have been blessed, but boy, we are some selfish people. We are selfish. And how long do y'all think we're going to keep going before destruction hit over here just like it's hitting everywhere else? How long? Because our hearts is hardened. Because we all about us and nobody else. Everybody running to go see an eclipse. Ooh, an eclipse. Pick your Bible up and read it. Eclipse that. That's what you need to be doing. Learn the word. Because that's what's going to get you through. An eclipse, what is that? It's here today, gone tomorrow. Here today, gone today. Then what? What you got to hold on to? Showing pictures. Oh, I took a picture of eclipse. That's all you got? What about God? What about Jesus? What about those that you could have been helping during the time that you were so focused on the eclipse? Woo! It's crazy, but he speaks. He speaks through the sign. He spoke when Moses was trying to take his people out of Egypt, and he couldn't get those folks to understand that God was speaking to him. And guess what? When he showed the signs to them, oh, they were scared for a minute. They were scared. But then, guess what? We can perform our own little magical stuff and do the same things. And when they mastered that, it was like, whatever. That ain't God. Kept coming. Sign after sign. Scared people for a little while, then they back to their old self, just like the corona did. Scared them for a little while, then it eased up. Guess what? Back to your old self, doing the same old things. Sad. So, it's here for a little bit, then it's gone. And it's pitiful. It's pitiful. So, the prime example of some things we really need to pay attention to is the parable that Jesus spoke about the sower in Matthew chapter 13, when he spoke about the seeds, on what type of ground the seeds was going to fall on. Do you have good grounds? Will your seeds sprout the way they supposed to? Or is it falling on thorns and thistles and getting choked off? Or you just hear it for a minute and then it's gone after you walk away from it. Nothing stick. Woo! So, I don't understand. But I had to speak this because a lot of people need to hear it, especially those people that rent houses and apartments and those food distributors and all of this, even doctors that perform surgeries on people that don't need them. Did it after the pandemic because Your bankroll shrunk during pandemic because nobody was going to the doctors. So you diagnosed people with all kind of issues that they didn't have and took them into surgery and just did bot surgeries like you did something to them just to get your bankroll high. Back up to your selfish ways. Whoa. Yep. Gonna hit you too. So I suggest that everybody pull yourself together. Get God in your life, change your ways. Because hell is real. Don't think it ain't. It's definitely real. And you don't want to be the person that's on the outside knocking on the door saying, Lord, let me in. And he tell you, depart from me. I do not know you. You don't want to be that person. And I have seen vision. God gave me visions of that day, and it was sad, and I cried just thinking about it. Cried because the looks on the people's faces that I saw, and that, oh, I wished I had a done that, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Just give me one more chance. I'll do right. The begging. It was horrible. Horrible. And I just pray that all of you that listening to me right now, you listen, pay attention, and change. Change. That's all I can say is change, because time is winding down. We seeing it daily. Daily. Even though, we can't predict when, but the Bible says stay ready. Stay ready and stay on guard, because just like he said, a thief in the night come when those are sleeping. Same thing. When Jesus come, don't be sleeping. Stay on guard. Stay on guard.